But none of you were here. It was just me by myself and Hunter.
So play it again, Sam. I want to hear what Hunter had to say. Thanks, Hunter. You're the man. I can vaguely remember that you said something about Eric sucks. That's all
No,
I remember.
he just sarcastically said Eric's okay. That's all.
All right, hang on. I have to readjust you guys.
Watch the hands there, lady.
We're live, guys.
Oh God! Oh hey, excuse me.
Oh, I already know because Discord says Asukio streaming third shift. Where?
Yes, it does.
Well, they just caught me sexually harassing you guys, so.
Or us. Yeah.
This is what we have to deal with on a daily basis, you guys.
Sorry. All right.
Well, that's still getting recorded in the podcast for me. So hey,
Mm-hmm. I've been recording the whole time. Haven't stopped.
Yeah,
so
me too.
heck
Okay.
yeah, that's how we do it.
never stop.
Hey,
Never stop, never stopping.
All right, so are you gonna
Back
do?
to where we were. Okay.
I was gonna say, are you gonna redo Hunters?
You want me to redo Hunters?
Oh, I don't know.
I
was
would
just
like to
asking you
hear
guys.
it because I heard,
Okay.
"Hey guys, it's me, Hunter."
All right, here we go.
Hello, Third Shift. It's your friend Hunter, aka Generic Tag, sending a message of congratulations on your big 100th episode. It's made me very happy to be a friend and fan of the show since I first heard about you guys through the Gearbox forums when you received the community spotlight. You know, when I first got into Battleborn, I didn't know anybody who was playing the game, but I was listening to your show. I was just sort of getting stomped in public matches all the time, and then one day I ran into Joe's O's playing on Xbox, and I thought, oh hey, I know that name from being mentioned on Third Shift. So I sent Joe a message, and he let me into his super cool group of friends, and from there I started having some of the most fun I've ever had with a video game. And I definitely owe a big part of that fun to Third Shift. So I'm also always looking forward to seeing comic book recommendations from Sean Haggerty on Twitter, and chatting about wrestling with Matt. You know, Danny is an editing queen, and Eric... Eric's, cool.
Why do I gotta relive this? We already
as far as
said
the
this.
future of the
Okay.
show goes, well, Borderlands 3 is still a long way off, but I like to know how you guys build your favorite Borderlands characters. So let's get some deep dives on those skill trees so we can all send in emails and messages about how you guys are playing the games wrong. I miss that part of the show. So once again, congratulations on 100 episodes. Here's hoping we get 100 more. And since I'm about to start signing off, let me just say, don't forget to save.
Mm-hmm.
Good man.
You're right, Hunter. I am cool. God, I'm so cool. Thank you.
That's all
Really
I got
pumped me
out of
up.
that.
No. Well, I told Matt after I was having a bad day that day. It was a bad
Oh yeah,
day.
that's right.
I was having a day where I was once again
no.
thinking about blowing this whole show up, being done with it.
Uh-huh.
And then that came in,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, you know what? I'm just done. What am I doing? I'm done. So I spent like about half the day going, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm going to let those guys know I'm just done. And then like halfway through the day, of course, I'm like, no, I'm not. That's okay. I don't care. Back to normal. So it was funny.
Yeah.
Humorous. Thank you, Hunter. Thank
Yeah.
you for almost
you,
making me
Hunter.
blow everything up.
I will say yes, thank you, Hunter. I really appreciate the feedback. It's cool to actually hear the guy's voice because we haven't heard Hunter before.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that we did get one of our listeners from the community spotlight from Battleborn, from the battle plan. That's also really cool. And I really do like his idea about the
Deep dives.
man. Yeah, the deep dives on Borderlands characters. I almost said Battleborn, and then I almost said Bulletstorm. For some reason, Borderlands, since it's so far off, I was just like, what's that game? Oh, it's a game with a B, or whatever it is. I like the idea of that. I'm just afraid of exactly like he said. Hey, idiot, if you know how to build Axton, he actually goes like this. But I have to be Eric's Resbot. I have to have his whole grit tree, and then have the other thing. But yeah, that would be a lot of fun. I'd be down with that.
We
Even
would
for
just
characters I don't know.
We would
like,
just
"Hey,
be
this sounds
terribly
good,
wrong.
That sounds good.
It'd be exactly what he says. We'd be terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Because I actually
Hey.
listen to a lot of the,
But
the
hey,
script.
no, I don't care about them. This stuff works for us. It's worked
True.
for us for a long time.
Yeah.
So come
I
on.
don't know though. It works for us, but are we OP8? We never got there.
I don't care.
We
That's
never
how I
did
build my guy. That's my zero.
I would. You
that
know
I
what we
have
should?
on there.
We should kind of, if you want to drink beers and play this game, this is the build you need. There you go.
Drunken build, perfect.
Drunken builds. That's what we're good at.
If
That's
one
what-
of your friends is a moron who dies all the time and you need to be invisible to res him, you better play zero, and here's how you play it. If you want to just press the win button and then just spin around in a circle and jump up and down, this is the character you need to play. You need to play Gage, and you need to build Death Trap this way. You got to give him the clap. You got to give him the eye beam so you can take out the bunker.
Bunker in one shot. And when do you need to be able to beat a boss by yourself because your friend is just too scared to jump in a goddamn cave from a cliff? You know, you also might need the build I've got for you where I can solo a boss because of Death Trap.
Exactly. Do you need to solo the end of the pre-sequel because your buddy is on such a crappy connection? He literally can't jump. He
Can't
just walks clean off the pit every single
That's
time.
the worst.
Here's the build for you.
That's what we're good at.
There
That's
we
what
go.
we're good
There it is. Builds for morons. That's how we'll build it.
The Moron's Guide to
The Moron's Guide to Borderlands.
Perfect. That's the new sideshow. That's the secondary podcast.
Another golden idea. Beautiful.
Well, thanks again to Hunter from the beautiful Midwest of Canada. I love seeing another Midwest guy. You know, forests and trees and all that. It's great.
Sure we aren't Middle East. I don't know.
Stop it.
That hasn't come out yet. That's Patreon only anyway. No,
That's a super deep joke right there.
I never did say it, but when you played that, like that very first clip you played, freaking Eric said he had a blast doing something, and I just went,
No.
See, the
not
seed has
it.
been there. The seed has been there for years.
this is
Don't have a
blossoming
blast.
now.
No more blasts.
Well, Matt's already done it. It's already happened today.
It has.
All right, this next one comes from the infamous Howard.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, 100 episodes of Third Shift. All those wonderful laughs, information, and games. At least one of those would have been nice. Instead, you decided to cover everything Gearbox. Seriously? Well, that can be a topic for another show. I'd like to start out by saying that I've been a listener since the very beginning and at times a reluctant topic of the show. For those of you that follow the show, you'll know that I've never changed my skin, aka attire at work, that I enjoy all manner of baked goods and chocolate, that I've experienced explosive vomiting during gaming, a result of the former no doubt, and finally ended up in prison for the misuse of non-prescription medication. A misadventure which would never have happened without the endorsement of and promotion code for said medication given to me by my good friend, Uncle Matt. That's UNKLEEEE, Matt. Despite my recent incarceration, I'm happy to say that I'd do it all again. I have thoroughly enjoyed listening to the show. Eric and Matt have helped me find enjoyment in my admittedly infrequent gameplay. They've answered all my questions and helped provide in-depth information, not only in the Gearbox games that I have, but upcoming publications I may find of interest in the future. All in a humorous, non-exclusive manner that's kept me interested. Something that cannot be said for all podcasts. And I hope you're listening, Randy Pitchford. Give them their 5 stars already. Sorry about that. I don't know just what came over me. Anyway, with segments like Mailbag, Character Deep Dives, Patch Notes, News, Free Character Rotations, Golden Key Codes, Talented Tuesday, and let's face it, it's my personal favorite, Speculation Land and Realism Rock. Third Shift is the most entertaining podcast of its genre. No one does it better than Matt, Eric, and the Third Shift team. Keep up the good work, and don't forget to save.
I like how I'm the Third Shift team.
You are the Third Shift team.
Danny, Third Shift team.
He specifically came over. He's like, I didn't mention Danny by name. I hope she doesn't get mad that I
Oh,
called her the
I'm
Third
so
Shift
pissed,
team.
Howard.
She's coming for you,
I'm
Howard.
coming for you, Howard.
Yes, kill him. Please kill him.
Now, I will say, I'll give Howard props for this. When we first started the show 2 years ago, he seriously just wore the same black polo shirt. Not literally the same, but the exact same type of shirt
Mhm.
to work every single day. Now he wears different colors. I guess we ragged on him enough
Yeah.
that he doesn't do it anymore.
Changed his life.
We
So
just
now-
had the conversation.
So now you can be Howard. It's not, episode 1 has to be retitled. It's not You Can't Be Howard. It is You Can Be Howard.
Can be Howard. I just love how we've pushed the narrative all of this time, and we're slowly coursing him to where we need him to be.
Mhm.
Slowly pushing Howard to where he needs to be. It's beautiful. I just love too how he gave us that awesome response, but he originally did it via the text, message, Gmail, all that, and you could totally tell when he's going over it in the here MP3 or whatever, that he's like, I am Howard, and I want to tell you that Eric and I'm just like, yes.
Sometimes you just gotta do it that way.
I just wish I could draw, because I'd love to doodle me with a gun to Howard's head. Tell him, read the fucking script, Howard. Read the fucking script. I love
my
Third
God.
Shift. Eric and Man are the bestest.
Now, on that similar topic, I love how Howard did send us really nice feedback. I do appreciate it, Howard.
Yes.
But he had to get the subliminal jab in at us, because I noticed it. I sent it to Danny. I don't know if you noticed it, Eric. But the
I
topic,
saw it.
the subject of his email is Third Shit, episode 100.
Yep.
Thanks, Dick.
It's just like, oh, what?
I don't really like these guys, but I'm going to help them out anyway.
Yep.
Oh, but he did jab Randy Pitchford, which means
That's
it's good
true.
news for us, because Randy owes us that 5-star rating. Ah, it's got to happen.
Our
Mm.
fans are even calling for it. We need
I
those
know.
5 stars.
I think at this point, Randy, somebody at Gearbox has to go tell Randy, this is what you need to give Third Shift as a
Mhm.
present for the 100th episode, a 5-star rating,
Mhm.
Yep.
because we could consume that soul for days.
Mhm.
Oh, it'd be so tasty. It'd
I'd be
feed
so
us.
full. I wouldn't be
Oh.
able to eat after
Mm.
that. It'd just be, it'd be like
I'd
Thanksgiving dinner all over again. but for a
gorging
full
on it.
week.
Oh, the amount of soul happiness I'd have. Oh, I can't tell you. Can't tell you. Thank
All
you,
right, so
Howard.
who's next?
Thank you, Howard.
Yes, thank you, Howard.
The next one is from someone named Sherry Barnhart.
Sherry
Awesome.
Barnhart. I recall this name
Mhm.
somewhere in the
Hello,
annals of
Third
time.
Shift. This is Sherry, and I've been a listener since the beginning. Where did I first hear of Third Shift? Some guy named Matt had talked to me about it, wondered if he should do it, was nervous about maybe doing it, and I encouraged him to do it if it was something he wanted to do. How I got into the show, I'm related to Matt, so I've listened to every episode of Third Shift and IG2G and exclusive Patreon episodes. I don't really get much about video games. I don't play video games, although I do have fun playing older, like, arcade games like Frogger. I like Frogger, although I'm not very good at it. What else? Pac-Man. My favorite moments from the show are when Matt or Eric or the two of them together start giggling at each other and laughing, or do funny bits like Conjectureland or something that get me laughing so hard that I can barely stop. And what would I like to see from the show in the future? Just it continuing, and that the hosts have fun and laugh, and bring Danny on because she laughs when she's on.
Yeah. Yes,
Well,
that
thanks,
seems to be a
Mom.
running
She
theme.
does.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank
God, I haven't
you.
heard Sherry in a long time, man.
That's
You
great.
guys never invite me to your lunches, I always feel a little heartbroken. I'm like, man, well, Matt invited me to Sherry and Matt's little lunch.
Why don't you invite me when you go out with April?
I don't go out with my mom though.
Well, what? How about all the
I-
days she's over? She's over like
Oh,
9 days out of the week.
Yeah, that's true.
Sometimes
She
she's
is
like, hey,
over.
April's coming over.
You're
Why don't you
right.
come hang out with us?
All right, here's the deal. I'm gonna invite you next time, and you're gonna tell me no,
Ooh.
That's right. I
Alright,
would
watch
say
that.
no.
and then you will continue to not invite me, and it'll be the same thing it always is.
I will say, Mom said she doesn't get a lot about video games. She doesn't get a lot about video games anymore because she and my dad were the ones who got me into gaming. They were right there on the forefront. Like when they were both up at Michigan Tech, she'd be like, yeah, we used to play this game on the computer, back when it was just random stuff, even before our days, obviously, even before the earliest of our days. They were playing computer games up there because they were both engineering students in the computer labs and all that jazz. So she has played games. She does, or used to play games at least on the fairly regular. So props to her, because without her and my dad, it probably would have been a lot later that I got into games than I did.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. It's awesome when you got parents who kind of throw you in. I'm in the
Mhm.
same boat. My dad was a little game fanatic for a while there, and because of him, we had the Atari, the Nintendo, and of course that was how I got in. So I can't imagine having a parent or two parents or whatever who were just like, "Oh, games are garbage," and never got into them. To those parents, I say humbug and bleh.
Absolutely.
But thank you, Sherry.
My dad's the one
Kind
that
word.
got me into gaming. He
See?
Oh,
got
nice.
us a Nintendo, and ever since then, it's been gaming all the time.
Shh, save it for Patreon. They might want to know that. Shh.
Yeah, except for that
Stop.
portable, your portable stint where you stopped for fucking 10 years.
It's
You
true.
thought you were going to be going nuts and you stopped.
And you played like 2 arcade games in your whole life.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
And he's like, shut up, you guys. No, goodness.
This is why I don't talk on the podcast.
True. Well, see, you were taking shots at Eric this whole episode.
I know.
We got to get at least a
I
couple in
deserve
on
it.
you.
I deserve it. All right.
Mhm.
So one of you want to read the message from my mom?
You want to read the message for your mom.
Yeah,
I do?
impersonate your own
Yeah.
mother.
Impersonate
is-
my mom.
Yes.
Hang on. Let me find it.
We talk enough, Danny.
We talk every
No.
week, sometimes
Exactly.
twice a week.
All right. This is from Heidi Payne. Wow, 100 episodes. What can I say about that? After listening to the first few episodes, I'd really hoped my daughter Danny would find new people to hang out with and better ways to spend her time.
Rude.
20 episodes in. At this point, I'm really surprised the internet police haven't taken you all away.
That's true. Especially.
It is true. Seriously, though, I love listening to Third Shift. It has become my Friday morning routine to listen while I get things done at my desk. I come from the generation where we went to the arcade to play Asteroids and Space Invaders, and I don't understand a lot of the gaming stuff. But I love to hear about Eric and Matt's week, and not surprisingly, I especially love the episodes where I get to hear Danny's laugh. I can only imagine the laughter coming out of her office on Thursday nights when she has to edit out all the crazy things that come out of your mouths, no doubt trying to keep the show on the air. I would have to say my favorite episode so far, sorry Eric, was episode 96 when Matt surprised co-host Danny with all kinds of discounts on various products. I must say, I've been disappointed that several stores in northern Michigan don't honor the coupon code Uncle Matt with a K and
Yeah.
3 E's.
4 E's. Excuse
Sorry.
me. That's why she's got a
4
problem.
E's. No, that was my problem. I read it wrong. She says, congratulations on 100 episodes. She signed it Reese's Gma, and that's with 4 E's.
Nice.
Nice. I like it.
Big
Well,
thank you.
Yes, thank you, Heidi. I really appreciate it.
And
We try not to make too much work for your daughter, but sometimes it can't be helped. Like
Yeah.
today. I mean,
Yeah.
there are episodes that are worse than others. I mean, I'll give you that. That's for certain. And I will say, for the record, I listened to the Uncle Matt episode. Okay, I was camping and I listened to this bad boy,
Mhm.
and I was like, okay, they want to go here, we're gonna go here. And I started thinking of all sorts of wonderful, wonderful stuff to go and just throw our show out and hoard out to every frickin' place under the sun.
mhm.
And then I started thinking, I said, you know what? Matt's going to just have this look on his face the whole time of disappointment, anger, sadness. And I was like, I guess I can't. Not yet. It's not right. It's not the right time. I have to do it. I have to wait. Until everyone's forgotten. And then I'm going to bring it back.
Mhm.
And then I'm just going to slam us with
man.
it. And it's going to be the best.
See what we have to do. I was just thinking about it when she was talking about the episode. We have to get ties. So it's corporate episode. We
Mhm.
put a tie over our dirty white t-shirts.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's
That-
time to
oh
show
my
some of the
God.
products.
That would be the best. Yes, I like this idea. I enjoy it immensely.
So then we'll have props. I'll have my golden mask. We have our ties. We have to think of something else. Get like an old school 80s boombox to put behind one of us for when it's sing-song episode.
Oh yeah.
This is
And
how
then
we'll do
whenever
it.
it's like super depressing episode, I'll put on my eye patch.
Yes. Perfect. Well,
That'll be the
then we won't even know what happens until we boot up. Oh, Eric's got his eye patch on.
his eye
Okay.
patch on. Oh, this episode's going nowhere. Oh god.
Show, click on, video comes up, boombox in the background. Oh man, I didn't want to sing to
Oh,
that.
crap.
Oh, okay, all right.
Shit. I like this. This will be some ideas for streaming. We should save this in the future
Oh yeah.
Yes.
so we can start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Perfect.
Thank you again.
Yes, thank you very much. It warms my heart. What little left there is.
All right. This next one comes from Steve Cadwallader.
Frickin' Steve.
Hey, Third Shift. This is Steve Cadwallader wanting to say congratulations on reaching episode 100. It's been an amazing podcast. Makes me laugh every week. Some of my favorite moments from this show are every time you guys go to Conjecture Land. Get trashed on realism rock along the way, but eventually make your way out there. Shows when you talk about the 5-star myths. I'm still waiting to hear the next one. It's got to be good. And anytime there's just a whole lot of profanity and bleeping on the show, I just want to hear what you guys are actually saying. I'm always just curious. So keep up the great work. Love the show.
Thank you, Steve.
Good old Steve.
Frickin' Steve. God bless it.
I love Steve because he's that fan that always listens, and then he'll just like pop up just occasionally. Hey, that was actually really good. And then he'll go like radio silent for like 12 weeks. But
Yeah.
then as soon as something comes up, he's like, hey, that was actually really cool. He's like that fan that like he's a surprising fan. Like, hey, people are still listening to us. Yeah, thank you, Steve. You're the man.
Steve is there, rocking it out. Oh
And
yeah.
he will usually throw a like on the Patreon stuff too.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
always on top of that too. So thank you, Steve. I
Thank
really
you,
appreciate the feedback.
Hey, as you've heard, I'm sure we enjoy and will continue to enjoy going to Conjecture Land.
Mhm.
And of course, the 5-star saga is nowhere near done. There are many more tales to tell.
Oh,
It's
yes.
glorious. I love it. Can't
Yeah,
wait to tell you.
As you've heard here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right.
Alright.
Well, tell me about it, Danny.
This next
For sure.
I don't approve of this part of the show. I don't like this.
I thought
We gotta
that's
be
the direc-
serious here. Put your tie
I thought
on.
that's the direction we were going. Sorry.
This next one is from Joseph Harrington.
I don't know who that is.
I don't
Sounds
either.
like you would have like an O, like buy some O's. Put them together.
Yeah,
Yeah,
maybe.
Trader Joe's, man.
And Matt,
Maybe
everyone at Third Shift. I just wanted to say how much of an absolute pleasure it has been to listen to you guys on Third Shift, to interact with you guys on Twitter and Instagram, and even being part of the show for one episode. So I really want to say just congratulations for making it to 100. That's an incredible accomplishment. And I am really looking forward to the next 100. And if you ever need anything, particularly tips for playing Alani, you know where to go.
You're right, Joe.
good old
We
Joe.
do. And we got to get Joe on again because we give him a little grief here and there
Mhm.
because it was the JoJo's episode. He took it over. He ran with it. He made it his episode. And I'm like, was that such a bad thing? That was fun.
No. Yeah, it was fun.
I got to sit in the back seat and let just Joe just ride the wave. And I was just like, yeah, Joe. Bam, sounds good. I like what you're saying here. You're speaking the truth, brother man.
Ugh.
Nice.
I like Joe's another one of those pop-ups. Every now and then he'll ring up and be like, "Hey, you guys are stupid," and we'll be like, "Oh, you're stupid, Joe," and we'll all go, "Ha ha ha, we're friends."
Yo.
I always
High
love hearing from
fives.
Joe.
Yeah, me too.
I especially like I'm just picturing him like on a street corner, like, "Hey guys, I'm trying to
I
get this in
know.
real quick," and people in California just be like, "This motherfucker over here talking into a phone. What the hell is he doing? What are you doing?" Stuff you say.
Sounds great, guys. Keep up the good work. I don't know what's happening.
Oh, you know what? I bet I know where he is. Knowing Joe like I do, he was probably at an outdoor taco stand, sitting there waiting for his tacos. Like, I know, I'll record it real quick right here. And so it's just the cars going by outside.
Mhm.
I'm envious, actually. Not you say that. I'm like, man, I'd
See,
love to
I'm
be at
so
a street
hungry.
corner taco stand. I'm starving right now.
I'm so
I
hungry
know.
for tacos. Jesus.
I'm like, I'm past first supper and I'm in the second supper right now. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm hungry. It's
So
late.
you've
Oh,
been
where's my
drinking
food?
beers. It's time to eat food.
Yep. Damn it.
So thank
No.
you, Joe, for this ravenous hunger that I have for tacos now.
Thanks,
And thank you
Joe.
for your feedback as well. I do
No,
appreciate it.
we love you over here, Joe, and we hope
Yeah.
we hope that you continue to support us. And I definitely want to get you back on the show. So I'll get a hold of you in the back end.
Mhm.
All right. And this one comes to us from Mental Mars.
Mental Mars.
Mental Mars here, and I want to congratulate everyone at Third Shift for reaching this epic milestone. 100 episodes filled with awesomeness and a bunch of game freaks that keep the community not just entertained, but also informed. Keep rocking like you always do, and next stop, world domination. Keep it up, guys. You rock.
God damn it, Mental Mars.
Heck yeah, we do.
I like
awesome.
where you're heading. World domination.
Yes.
God, how did you know that's where I was heading? I've always been going in that direction. Slowly but surely, I'm like the tortoise, man. Just one step at a time, taking over the world. Yes. He gets it. Mental Mars gets it.
Hearing from Mental Mars totally like geeked me out when I saw it.
Mhm.
I was like, oh man, let me just refresh my mail and just in case. What, Mental Mars? Hell yeah. And then I checked Twitter and it was like, hey, you got mail? And I was like, yes. Mental
Yes.
Mars gave us the feedback. Awesome. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
No, he makes all the best wallpapers. I have several of them myself. He's always out there going crazies. What is it? What's the gearbox over there that he's always trying to get into? He's always like, hire me over here. It's the gearbox station is it Norway, Sweden, somewhere over there. God damn it. Damn it. Come on, help me.
Oh no.
Matt, there's a gearbox post out that way. Anyway, doesn't matter.
There's something out there. Yes.
There's a gearbox post out that way.
It's been a while since I've seen it. Yes, I
And
know
long
there is
ago,
something, but I don't remember.
he used to always champion getting in there and just always throwing him hints. And I was like, yes, that's what we need to be doing. We need to be just harassing and poking gearbox down in Texas. Like, hey, you sons of guns. Hey.
Hey, isn't Quebec right across the lake? Like up and over? You can go to Gearbox, Quebec.
Well, it's true. That's actually not a long drive. Maybe it's shorter than Texas.
I
What
don't
are
know
they
what
doing?
Canada looks like, clearly. So
Yeah, I was gonna say, just this big, massive lumber and whatever. I
there's
don't know.
trees
What
and
else.
bears. That's all I know.
Trees and bears, trees and bears, trees and
Hey,
bears.
speaking of bears, bringing it back. full
Bringing it
circle.
back.
Bears.
You're right. Oh no, we definitely love you, Mental Mars. We've been following you and paying attention to what the hell you've been up to since the day we started. So
Mhm.
awesome to hear from you.
Mhm. Hey, speaking of bears,
Okay.
there's someone in the chat her name is Bearific, and she says she likes the subtle UPS shout out that you gave Matt.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Well, Daniel, will have to cut that and send it to me so I know what's going on.
No one knows who this is except me.
It's terrifying.
Oh, it's your sister then.
No, someone totally that would name themselves a bear and works at the post office.
Uh-huh.
All right, we got one last one.
Oh, yeah.
This is from Gail.
Roll that beautiful bean footage.
Hey guys, it's Auga Gale here to congratulate you on 100 episodes. I think that it's incredible. And it deserves an Auga.
Awesome. Awesome.
Oh my god, that's great. That's freaking great.
I was like, Gail is one of my oldest and dearest friends. So I was like, well, if anybody of the actual like friend circle, not relatives, not coworkers, will actually send something in, I knew it could be Gail. So I was very glad that she did send something in. And funny story, she said, just, it was something she sent this afternoon. So it's like, hey, we got a bunch of feedback. It's really great. I'm really excited. She was, oh crap, I was meaning to send it. Can I send it right now? Can I record it right now and send it? And next thing it came through, and then she says, somebody caught me at the very end there, and then like sad face. So Gail's one of those people, one of those millennial type people who works really hard and works multiple jobs. So if you are her boss and you caught her going ooga into a phone, please know that it was for a good cause. So don't take it out on her. She was doing something good.
It wasn't bad, I promise. Oh my God. Something wrong with you. You're not getting promoted. Oh man.
Just bring in an old horn. Ooga. Yes, I am. There you go.
Damn straight. Well, thank you so very much. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Ooga. Now, I'm gonna start using that. Whenever we got a bad segue, that's what I'll do. See, that's how we fix it. Boom. Problem solved.
Or brr.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, mine will be ooga. Yours will be. So let the record show. Let the third shift feedback stat sheet show that I tagged Mental Mars on our post. So I got Mental Mars. I bullied Howard for about a week and a half until he finally sent something in. I got feedback from Mom and I got feedback from Gail. So that's a 4-0 from me versus Eric on feedbacks here. Just pencil that in, put that down on the score sheet, put it up on the website.
Put Sean on my side, I guess.
No, Sean loves all of us. Come on.
Does he?
I play with him a lot, though.
Sean responded to my Patreon post that I put out there. So,
Fine.
And I got Joe's host because I tagged him. And then I said, hey, we didn't get your stuff. So there we go. That's 5-0. And 6 if you count Sean. And Steve, I'll take Steve too. 7-0, 18. I did it all. I called up her mom. I was like, yo, Heidi.
And this, folks, is what I deal with on a weekly basis.
I harassed my mom because of you.
His head.
There we see, perfect. I told her to get her mom to send some feedback in. You're welcome. It's all me.
Can you see his head? It just grows. I just sit here every week, just watch his head.
Then move this cooler over so I can put my feet up.
Put your feet up, let your head expand out the window.
If I only had like a big cigar, I could be like, oh man.
Yeah.
I'm the king.
This is it.
I'm the king of third shift.
Yeah.
Well, I literally am because I'm the editing king, so I am the king of third shift. So it works. See, it's fine.
Yeah.
Terrible. But I gotta keep my name, so I'm the slumlord. That's what I do.
True.
Got to be true to the thing. No false positives here.
True.
So that's it. We did it. We have worked our way through it.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I love it. Episode 100 has been about just chilling out, drinking beers, hanging out, listening to people tell us we're awesome, which always makes us feel awesome. Listening to us be idiots on the side, telling you guys a couple good, bad moments that we've had throughout the year with the podcast itself, so you guys can kind of see where we're coming from in our real lives. Bada bing, bada boom. Congratulations, everybody. Episode 100. You did it, Matt, and you did it, Danny. And I'm pointing at your little stupid portraits here in Discord.
You know what, Eric? You did it too. I'm pointing to you, buddy.
Thank you, Slumlord Eric. Bam. That's how
but
we
it was
do
still
it.
Mostly me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And of course, we do have a lot more coming. We've got hundreds more episodes. We've got some cool little guest appearances lined up for you guys in the future here. In the next few months, actually. I'm very, very, very much excited to talk about it. But as per usual in the podcast and business, you want to wait because life happens. Who the hell knows? Things are locked in, but they can always be unlocked at any moment in time. We're going to announce it when it gets a little bit closer.
So what about you, Danny? Any future plans? Any grand scheming, grand plans coming to fruition here? What do you got? What can fans look forward to from you as I hit the microphone? What can fans look forward to from you in the next 100 episodes?
More gaming.
Oh, you've been saying that for like.
I know. I've been saying it for a while now, and I'm still making progress because I've played like one game last year, so.
True.
So 2 is an exponential increase.
I was saying, and you technically just bought 2 games in one. So there you go.
So yeah, I mean, I'm doing pretty well on that front. I think just playing more games, playing games with you guys, and expanding a little bit more on my otaku project. I want to do a lot more things, and I have some things in mind that I'd like to do in the next couple months. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Watch more anime, whatever.
Yeah, we haven't gotten together for a dual anime review yet. You
I
and me, or
know.
you and Eric, or Eric and me, or
Yeah.
anybody.
Yep. So we need to expand that brand a little.
Actually, that'd be fun if you guys ever watch any of those shows I watch.
I know.
Mm.
We'll get on it. We have.
I
It's
started
in my queue. It's in the queue at least.
I did I told you I just did Darling in the Franxx, and I started watching How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. But I'm not sure on that one. Wait a minute, let me watch another episode or two because it's getting really anime where it's into the typical,
All the things
titular,
Danny loves.
the titular stuff, where he's like grabbing the breast and going,
no.
that kind of stuff.
That's
So
not
I'm
what
not sure.
titular
Oh
means.
yeah,
That's not what
sorry,
titular.
that's my favorite part.
Hey, I just want to. Well, like I said, I think it's funny, but I know, Matt generally doesn't enjoy that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, I stray away from that stuff too. It's a little too much.
I have the entire thing of City Hunter over here.
oh,
I mean, it's
okay.
not like ridiculous, but it's
Well, then hell, you know what? Grab a hold of it because so far I still love it because it's got the
No
MMO
pun
tropes.
intended.
good. Grab a hold of it. Grab it with both hands and just wiggle it around.
Just do what you need to do. So yeah,
Awesome.
I'd be down for that.
Cool.
We got to work on that.
That's what I was imagining when you first started your otaku program. I was like, man, if I can get somebody to watch like Fighting Spirit or Fist of the North Star, we could talk about it. Or Ashita no Joe, which I have over here also as well. Oh man, that'd be so cool.
Yeah, we need to
Well,
actually set down a schedule, set some shows for each other to watch, and we can do some reviews and stuff.
Heck yeah.
You got some possible co-hosts here,
coming
Danny.
at you guys.
Well, all right. Yeah, I liked Oh My Goddess. I guess I like anything.
Hey, oh my god, this is quality.
It's awesome.
It is.
I loved it.
So yeah.
All right. I guess that's
Hey,
it for episode
That's
100.
it, man. Episode 100 is in the books. It's
I
a
mean, I
late
could go
night.
for another hour. We can talk
I
about
know.
anything.
What else can we talk about?
Just do it.
Let's do
What
it.
books do you guys like to read? You want to talk
Oh.
about books? Yeah, let's talk about books.
I think
gonna
everybody
start a
wants to
whole
go to
new-
bed, okay?
We're gonna start a book podcast and
No, I'm not promising any more podcasts right now, okay? I'm just
That's
letting
not
you
a
guys
bad
know.
idea. I could talk.
That's
for
not a
like
terrible
15
idea.
minutes about a book.
I do read a lot of books, but
Mhm.
no, oh, God damn it. No. So that's episode 100. We can't wait to provide you guys with a whole another 100 episodes. And hopefully our dream will come true and we'll be talking about Borderlands 3 someday. But who the hell knows? Because nothing's announced until it's announced.
Now, I will say that not to keep the show going on more and more, but when I listened back to episode 0, it's like, oh man, we can't wait to bring you guys news about Borderlands 3 or Tales from the Borderlands 2 or Battleborn 2 or all these other things that haven't been announced and won't be announced and are never going to happen.
yeah.
I was just like, oh man, 2 years ago we were hoping these things would get announced and we're still waiting for those things.
Mhm.
Oh man,
Hey, we're going to keep on marching because that's what we do.
that's right.
So with that, thank you everybody who's been paying attention to us. Thank you everybody who's listened. Thank you everyone who has supported us in the past, now, future, because of course we do time travel once in a while here at Third Shift. Just want to say a huge thank you. Everything you do does help us stay motivated, stay in the groove, stay wanting to do this because it's awesome and we appreciate all the feedback.
Yeah,
And with
absolutely. 100%. Wait, no, we all got to say it. We all
Okay,
individually
go
have to
ahead.
say it.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, thank you to everybody who I got to get feedback for the show. Ho, 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 ho. Swirl my wine around in my glass. I always say it every time fans interact with us, whether it's just a quick hey, a quick, I don't think you're right about that, but I like this. I love interacting with the fans. So anytime I see you guys, tweeting at us on Twitter or send us Facebook stuff or just a mailbag thing or even just like Steve, hey, really love the show. That part was really funny. I love that stuff. Thank you for all of that. Thank you for your submissions. Thank you for your voices. I really appreciate that. That was my dream for the show is to have a whole lot of voices saying good things about us. I mean, you could have said bad stuff if you wanted, but you know what I'm saying. So thank you for making my dream for episode 100 come true. And here's to another 100 more. What about you, Danny?
Knew you were gonna come to me. No,
Mm.
I mirror everything you guys say. I mean, it's great hearing from people who actually listen to the show, and I love to know that we're doing something that has actually changed someone's life, and you know, I just want to keep making people laugh and yeah, do it for at least another 5 episodes.
Yeah, well, that's better. It's better than 0 episodes, I guess.
Mhm.
No, I hope for another 100. This has been a blast. I never saw myself doing something like this.
You
Yup.
just had a blast,
Yup.
Danny.
See?
All right,
Oh,
we're ending the
shit.
podcast here. Like the podcast forever. This is
Forever.
it.
Aw,
We've had
man,
too many
come on.
blasts. It's
At
done.
least 5 more episodes. Come on.
Okay, maybe. As long as nobody has a blast. You can't have a blast.
No
I
more
never
blast,
have
I
a
told you.
blast. I don't even know why that came out of my mouth.
Because I told you it's in your brain. I gave the explanation for what's going to happen for the rest of our lives here.
Oh, man.
I told you. That's it. It's over.
So, yeah,
And with
here's-
that,
here's
everybody.
the next 100.
Damn straight.
And until episode 200, hey,
Don't
don't
forget
forget
to
to save.
Peace switch.